Hello, this is Opinion Radar. Now, if you've been around long, you know I don't rush to recommend tools, especially power tools. Too many promise the world and fall apart after 2 weekends. But today, I want to talk about something that surprised me. The WEN 4x24-inch belt sander. I picked it up not expecting much. $1.70 doesn't buy much muscle these days. But I was looking for something dependable for a few outdoor projects without draining my toolbox budget. I'll admit, I was skeptical. WEN's known for budget-friendly gear, but is it built to last? Can it handle real work, day after day? Well, I put through the grinder, literally, and what I found went beyond mere adequacy. This isn't just a toy for light sanding. It's a full-size, no-nonsense machine that steps up when the job gets tough. So let's dive in and see how it holds up under real-world use, because that's the only test that matters. Now, I've been working with wood for more years than I care to count. Since back when a good sander was something you saved up for and expected to last a lifetime. So when I needed a heavy-duty belt sander for a big outdoor project, I wasn't about to skimp, but I also wasn't about to drop nearly $200 on a Makita, no matter how much folks praise him. That's when I came across this WEN 4x24-inch belt sander. I'll be honest, I've used other WEN tools lately for smaller jobs, and they've held up better than expected. But this one, it's not just good for the price. It's flat out impressive. The motor is 10 amps of pure grit, and it doesn't slow down, not even when I'm grinding through thick, stubborn decking boards. You can feel the power in your hands, and that weight, it's got substance, like a well-built tool ought to. It's not light, but I found it actually helps. The bulk does a lot of the work for you. You don't have to press down hard to get aggressive material removal. That's exactly what you want when you're leveling a deck or smoothing weathered lumber. And the variable speed lets you back off a bit when you're getting close to your mark, so you don't gouge through the wood. One thing I really appreciate, and I mean really, is how simple it is to change belts and adjust the tracking. I've had other sanders where you need a wrench and a degree in engineering to get the belt aligned right. Not this one. There's a knob right up front, easy to reach, and you can tweak the alignment with one hand while the sander's running. And swapping belts took me less than 2 minutes the first time, and that was with me being cautious. The design makes it accessible, and since I've already gone through a couple of grits, 60 for the heavy lifting, then 80 to smooth things out, it's a feature I've come to rely on. Plus, it came with a few belts and even a spare motor belt, which I didn't expect. That kind of thoughtfulness tells me WEN knows people are actually using these, not just collecting dust on a shelf. And the dual functionality? Brilliant. I flipped it over, clamped it down with the included L brackets, and turned it into a benchtop sander. I built a small jig for it, and now I've got a stationary belt sander for shaping edges. Can't beat that kind of versatility. Now let's talk dust, because you're going to get a lot of it. I've never seen a belt sander, no matter the price, that completely tames a cloud. This one comes with a dust bag, sure, but I wouldn't count on it to do much more than catch a fraction. After about 15 minutes of sanding a deck plank, the bag was barely a quarter full, but my workbench and the floor around it, covered. Now, I'm no rookie. I've got my shop vac on a leash, and once I hooked it up with a simple adapter, things improved dramatically. But if you're expecting clean, dust-free operation out of the box, you're dreaming. The dust port's 1 3/8 inches. So you might need to pick up a cheap adapter, but that's a small price to pay for keeping your workshop from looking like a snow globe got shaken. Honestly, after all these years, I just consider dust collection on sanders as a nice-to-have, not a deal breaker. You're going to sweep afterward, no matter what. The build quality stands out. It's big. It's got a lot of metal in it. Feels solid as an anvil. I noticed that real quick when I lifted it out of the box. Some people might complain about the weight, say it's too heavy for long sessions. And look, I won't lie, after an hour straight, your arms will let you know. But I'd rather have a heavy tool that stays planted and does its job than something flimsy that bucks around like a nervous horse. Plus, like I said, the weight works in your favor. It's doing half the pressing for you. I've used it on multiple projects now, leveling a grill station, smoothing deck boards, even prepping some old barnwood for a wall feature. Every time it just powers through. I even caught my extension cord in the roller once. Didn't see it sneaking up, knocked the sander off my workpiece, and nearly yanked it across the yard. But when I picked it up, checked everything. Still running. Motors that can survive user error? That's longevity. I've had some high-end tools in my time, and I know what they can do. But for the average guy, the homeowner, weekend warrior, or hobbyist, this WEN sander delivers 90% of the performance at less than half the cost. I've compared it in my mind to the Makita models everyone swears by, and while there might be slight differences in fit and finish, in raw capability, this thing holds its own. The trigger's easy to squeeze and lock, the handles are well placed, and I never once felt like I was fighting it. It tracks well, stays true, and with that variable speed, I can go from aggressive to surgical in seconds. Maintenance looks simple too. Brushes are accessible without tearing the thing apart. That's smart engineering. And for what it does, the value is undeniable. You could buy 6 of these for what one premium model costs. I don't need 6, but I buy this one again without hesitation. At the end of the day, I judge a tool by 2 things. Does it do the job, and would I use it again? This sander passed both tests with flying colors. It's not perfect. The dust collection could be better, and it's definitely on the heavy side, but its strengths completely overshadow those quirks. It's powerful, reliable, versatile, and built like it'll last. I can see handing this down to my grandson, same way my dad did with an old Delta sander back in the day. If you're working on a deck, a big woodworking project, or just need serious sanding power, without the serious price tag, I can't recommend this WEN Belt Sander enough. It's become a trusted part of my workshop, and that's about the highest praise I can give. Well, that's it for this round in the shop. If this review helped clear the dust a bit, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. Keep your tools sharp and your feed sharper. I'll see you in the next one, ready to sand down another job together.